Welcome, parents and caregivers, to a topic that affects every child growing up in today's digital age. You want your child to be a superstar, right? We all do. But what if I told you that the very devices meant to educate, entertain, and connect our children could be silently affecting their development in harmful ways? I'm Dr. Owais Rafiq, and in this episode of Raising Superstars, I'm going to uncover the truth about the impact of smartphones on your child's development. I'll be sharing facts, real stories, and actionable solutions that every parent should know. Get ready to be informed, engaged, and equipped to help your young ones thrive in this digital age. Picture this: you're at home or the park or a restaurant, and when you look at kids, what do you see? Kids glued to their smartphones, oblivious to this world. It's a common sight, right? But what might you not realize is that how the child's mind, health, and development is being affected by this action. As parents, we're all driven by one powerful desire: to see our children thrive, learn, and be happy. However, the path to their growth is littered with these digital pitfalls. Excessive use of smartphones is bound to have a negative impact on the child's overall health and development. Today, we're going to explore these harmful effects. I know because I have seen it. Kids today spend hours on smartphones, and it's concerning. We've all been through the struggles, from bedtime battles over smartphones to anxiously watching their screen time. The worries are real, but it's time to address them head on. So the first way that screen time can affect your child is eyesight. Imagine this: Ollie, just 8-year-old, playing games and watching videos, sometimes for hours on end. What's concerning is that they tend to hold their smartphones incredibly close to their eyes, which can lead to a condition called digital eye strain. It's a real term used to describe what happens when you spend too much time glued to your smartphone. Your child might experience pain, blurred vision, headaches, dry eyes, and that feeling of sheer exhaustion. Here's a real eye-opener. A study from South Korean University looked at kids between 7 to 16 years old who spent a hefty chunk of their day on smartphones. You won't believe it, but many of them ended up with crossed eyes. Yes, you heard that right. Spending a number of hours daily on smartphones is a surefire way to get those eyes crossed. Now, don't get too worried. These issues might be temporary, but I strongly recommend setting time limits for smartphones use each day. It's also a good idea to take those 30 minutes breaks now and then to give these little eyes a rest. And here's a practical tip: teach your kids to hold their phones a bit further from their eyes and adjust the brightness to the minimum necessary. I'm sure your kids' eyes will thank you for it. Now, the second way the screens can affect is quite concerning. It's all about the risk of developing cancer. Now, science hasn't definitely connected cell phone radiation to cancer, but here's the twist. The World Health Organization, the big shots in health, they have tagged cell phone radiation as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Carcinogenic is a big word that basically means something has the potential to cause cancer. It's like a warning sign that we can't just ignore. And that's not even the whole story. Brace yourself for this. Kids' brains, those developing, growing minds, they soak up over 60% of that radiation, which makes them way more susceptible. It's a potential risk that we all can't afford to just brush under the rug. We've got to be vigilant. Now, the third way screen time can affect your child's development is: imagine your child late at night glued to their smartphone, playing games, chatting, and watching videos. What do you think the outcome is? Well, it's not pretty. Disrupted sleep, fatigue, and even a lack of focus at school. You see, it's all about that sneaky blue light emitted by the screen. It tricks their brain into thinking it's still daytime even when it's bedtime. And here's the hard fact. Research has shown that our kids miss out on quality sleep. It's not just their academic performance that takes a hit, it's their physical development and their energy levels as well. We just can't have that, can we, as parents? Now, the fourth way the screen time can affect your child is something that hits right in the heart and the mind. Picture this: your child scrolling through the social media, comparing themselves to others, sometimes even facing cyberbullying and spiraling into the depths of anxiety and depression. Today, this is a harsh reality we need to confront. A recent study, hot off the press, revealed that just 1 hour a day spent on smartphones significantly contributes to the alarming rise of depression and anxiety among our children, and especially teenagers. It's not some far-off problem. It's happening right here, right now, and it's growing. We've got to face it head on. The fifth thing is about using the smartphone at school. And here's what has been found: distracted learning, missed lessons, and believe it or not, even a bit of sneaky business during exams. The thing is, it's not just about affecting grades. It's about shaping our children as responsible, ethical individuals. Did you ever imagine that some kids are resorting to crafty tactics like storing exam answers on their phones? We can't afford to turn a blind eye to this. It's high time we confront it head on again. Now that you're aware about these crucial issues, it's time for us to take action. As parents, it's our responsibility to set clear screen time limits, empower our children with the knowledge of responsible smartphone use, and most importantly, ensure that the lines of communication remains wide open between you and your child. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to a fellow parent, and stay tuned for my next video where I will provide essential phone health and safety advice to ensure your child's well-being in this digital age. For more valuable information, please visit my website at drowaisrafiq.com. Thank you for joining me. Until then, take care and keep raising those little superstars.